Hey, my future RNs. This video is dedicated to my LPNs, my MAs, my CNAs, all my friends out there who are trying to move from allied healthcare into being that registered nurse. Ask yourself, do you really want to do this? Well, if you are serious, keep watching. We're going to see how we could change your mindset.
Hey, yo, when it's on, we the best. We the
best. So welcome back to our channel, to my future RNs. And like we said before, we're gonna start working on how we're gonna change your mindset. Coming out of allied healthcare and you wanting to transition to being a registered nurse, it is a hard thing. It is a beast. It is a lot of change, even though it might feel like you're just coming to do the same thing. But ask yourself, is it really the same thing if you're having to go back to school for 2 and 3 years to get it done? It is similar, but it is not the same. So with that in mind, we're here to help you to just change your mindset just a little bit. That way you understand what you're signing up for and that the preparation is going to expect a little bit more of you. So as we make this transition, I'm going to leave you with 4 core keys that are going to help to unlock that RN mindset. So key number 1, time management, prioritization will have to change. Key number 2, you're going to have to learn to respect the RN sources and resources for content. And key number 3, the nursing process. If you don't respect the nursing process, you are not going to survive. Key number 4, you have to start adopting that clinical reasoning and critical thinking as a normal everyday part of your life. So let's get started. What do I mean by time management? Of course, you're grown, you're in college, you've finished college, you've been working as a professional for a long time. Time management is what you do. But time management as the RN is a little bit different from the time management of the LPN. Not just managing your time for school, not just managing your time with clinicals and class time and homework and exams, and not just that, but also realizing that as the LPN or the CNA or the MA, your scope of practice was different. So the number of things you had to prioritize and to manage with regard to your time was very different. Let's take, for example, LPN. You've been trained to carry out a lot of physical tasks. And when you prioritize what you have to do, you base it on how many tasks you have to get done for a certain patient and how much time each task will take. When you're the RN, your responsibilities get a little more complicated. It's not just about the physical things you have to get done. It's about all the other things that you have to manage. You're managing your emotions. You're managing your patient's emotions, their family's emotions. You have all this administrative responsibility, supervising that one, delegating to this other one. Then you have to consider the patient's acuity. Where are they going? Where are they coming from? What other problems do they have other than that they need a Foley inserted? Do they even need a Foley inserted even though it was ordered? So a lot of what you do in terms of your time management goes far beyond just wanting to schedule a procedure. So let's talk about key number 2, your resources. So what are your resources when you're transitioning to being the RN? What are your resources while you were an LPN or a CNA? If you've been doing any of those other jobs for a long time, then you have a lot of experience. This is really important that you hold on to all that experience. It's going to serve you well later on. But your experiences have not been under the scope of the RN. So now you have to remember to take that experience, but then to match it to the RN content. The RN content is specialized, though it may have many similarities to what you're doing because it is an allied nursing responsibility. Being the RN, you now have to match what our textbook says, what your RN instructors say, what your RN supervisors in clinicals say. And then you have to be willing to look at the scope of practice, and that's your biggest resource. Third key for unlocking your RN mindset is the nursing process. Now the nursing process can be modified to address a lot of healthcare responsibilities, but nurses and nursing has used it very well. It's been a valuable asset to our profession for years. What it's asking you to do is to recognize that things happen and things change because healthcare and your patient's situations are all dynamic. But if you can appreciate the importance of having some kind of order and standards to determining what you need to do for a patient, that makes all the difference in the world, right? The nursing process recognizes that before you can start treating a problem, you have to first assess that problem and define it, right? Once that problem is defined, you make a plan. The plan has to be smart, right? That smart plan is not going to play out to help you to determine what are the best moves to make your smart plan work. And when you get done with that, then you have to evaluate it. That's your nursing process. So respect it. It's not just doing what you've always done unless you've been doing it always as an RN. Key number 4 is simply this. To unlock your RN mindset, you have to start adopting a sense of critical thinking and clinical reasoning. How are you going to get that done? You're going to put it all together. You're going to you start appreciating your time management factors, the things that come into play when you have to manage your time as the registered nurse. You start to appreciate that your resources might be a little bit different, and while they are similar, they are not the same as what you've been accustomed to. Then, if you appreciate and respect this nursing process, your critical thinking becomes based on the combination of all those things. And then you could throw in a little bit of that personal experience you have, whether you were LPN, MA, or CNA. But the most important thing for you to remember is, while it is similar, it is not the same. So just get ready. If you appreciate that, we've already started unlocking that RN mindset.
Hi, my future RNs. Thank you for watching this video. So Dr. Nolan went over 4 keys to unlocking that RN mindset if you're thinking of transitioning to the RN role. Now, I want you to watch this video and see it in action. See how not having that mindset can affect your success in nursing school. And then let me know what you think.